Hello, everybody. Welcome to my part 3 of the Power Apps creation in 1 hour. In this part, I'm going to focus on the Power Automate. And this is supposed to be the most exciting part. Let me share my screen. So let's hover to make.powerautomate.com. Okay, it's being loaded and we'll create a new flow. We will be picking Instant Cloud Flow. We will just skip it. So we're going to be focusing on SharePoint when an item is created. And then we will be picking from the site address a list. We'll pick the list that we want. And let's see the option. Okay, we don't need that. Let's click on next step. And for this, when a new item is created, it means the whole new line. What we are doing essentially is when there's a new line is created, we will trigger Power Automate to send an email. So we'll send email with option. That's the one. So the option will be for the manager to either approve or get the leave request to be rejected. And we only have 2 selections. Your approval is required. For the email, we need to add dynamic content, manager's email. So by the way, this item, when it's created, it will automatically be fetching from the connector that we have created here in the when an item is created. And now we're going to compose our email. So I have found this send email with option to be really amazing. However, there is possibly a bug with Microsoft. And I found a way to get around it. First, be very careful and listen to me here. Please select Show HTML Confirmation Dialog to Yes. That's the only way to get it to work. And for use only HTML message, we have to pick Yes as well, so that your email doesn't look cluttered. Next, we will be proceeding with composing the body of the email. Usually, I would prefer to use, we're just going to search for Google. You should have to type HTML editor. And this is my preferred option, HTML editor, pre-online instant. What you see is what you get. The website may take a little bit long to load, so I have preloaded it. So what I'm gonna do here is this will be our variable, but what you see here is that it will straight away convert to HTML. And I will be saying For example, please approve or reject like first name, last name as applied for leave request as follows. Okay. Now I will just add in a table of some columns. So example will be here. So we're going to put in like, perhaps we can choose employee number, position title, not too many, not too overcomplicated. Okay. So first, let's put the most essential data in here. First day of leave. So all the access will be for me to replace that with variable last day of leave. Leave type. And what else? Any key essential data? I think that should be all right. That should be enough. So delete that. How do I cut it? It's okay. I'll cut it from here. So we'll delete till here. Okay. Let's see. And this will be the code that we will need. Okay. So dear, it will be our dynamic content. Dear, this email is attention to the manager. So we'll pick the managers. So like manager first name. Okay. Dear manager first name. So this will be first name of the employee who has applied for the leave. First name. Last name. Last name. Yeah. First name, last name. Just want to make sure we have a space in between. Yeah, we need a space. Okay. As apply for the leave as follow. The first working day will be our first working day. What's the name for that again? First day, yeah. And this will be last day. Last day. And the leave type. What is the leave type? Cool. So next step. So the next we will need to update the item. Update item. That's the one. Update item, and again we'll pick on the SharePoint list that we intend to update. And this is very important. We need to have the ID. And we will check in that selected option. So that selected option will be coming from here. Send email with an option, and that will be either approved or rejected. Next step again. Now we're going to send an email as a confirmation to the employee who applied for the lift. So send an email, that should be the one, to dynamic content email. This is for the applicant, and the subject is your leave request. Put in here type, leave type, yeah. Here. Leave type. Then we'll get the status, approval status. Okay. And then, so remember, we have to make sure that we click on this button so that we will be editing the body, the text, body text with HTML. So again, we can do this here, etc. Please note that your leave request has followed, has been, and that will be the status and full stop. Okay, so I believe that's all we need, because the table we can copy across from the other HTML. Let's cut and paste here. Here, so this will be our first name as green status, and we can copy it from here. Table. Okay, we are done, and perhaps we can do a quick test. So let's get into testing manually, tests, and we'll be back to here, and we're just gonna submit a new application. So that's submitted successfully. Now I'm back to Power Automate to monitor the progress. Let's see what's happening. The flow is running. Ooh, that's good. And according to the workflow, we should be already receiving an email. So the email will be coming soon. And let's find out where that email is going to right now. So the email, the manager's email, should be going to this email. So I'll pause it because it might be a few minutes before the email will arrive. Okay, so I have received the email. That's great. So dear John, so we noticed that we need to have a space. And this is a detail. That's amazing. So let's try out the reject or approve. I'm going to reject that. And click confirm. All right. While waiting for the email to arrive, we will check for the status. Okay, so the applicant or the employee should already receive an email. And let me drag that email here. Dear Richard, please note that your leave request as followed has been rejected. All right, so that's done for now. And before that, let's make sure we have the display of no space to be corrected so that the email looks more legit. Here, we need a space. Okay, I think that should look really good. Let's save it. And we go to My Flow. And we can rename it. So we go to details. Let's edit. Leave application. All right. Thanks a lot. I think everything is done. So as promised, we have been able to develop a fully functional mobile apps in 1 hour. Thank you so much. See you.